P.
No, I literally just started like now.
Oh, are we live?
It's connecting.
Yes.
I haven't even announced on my Instagram.
Okay, do it. What you been doing this whole time?
Let me take you a photo. Starting live, eh?
Okay, please make.
Live.
Live.
I can't see myself. Okay. Is that fine? Cool. Hey loves, welcome to my channel and welcome to my first ever live stream. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve a graduation inspired glam, my take on graduation makeup and what I would wear to my graduation. As you guys know, it is graduation season and a lot of you guys are graduating, a lot of people are graduating. Congratulations to all the graduates, and if your graduation is coming up, hopefully you can get some inspiration from this live. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm first gonna start off with my eyes.
So if you wanna see yourself.
This is so weird. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and I'm using it in the shade Medium Beige to conceal my lids. And I'm also just using a fluffy brush, which is what I would usually use for concealer. And I'm just blending that in like so. I am wearing a little bit of foundation, and I did my brows off camera, sorry. But I'm still gonna do my normal face routine. So after having put on my concealer, just gonna blend that properly. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Banana Pro Filter powder, and I'm just gonna use that to set my lids before I go in with my eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna be using another fluffy brush. Just gotta tap off the extra powder. And I'm just gonna dust that all over just to set. If you guys are wondering when I'm gonna announce the winners of my giveaway, I'm gonna announce them in my next YouTube video. So please don't lose patience. I've just been away for a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna get back to uploading tutorials and fun videos very soon. So now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using my Juvia's Place palette, which I need to grab. Okay, so I'm using the Juvia's Place, the Masquerade by Juvia's eyeshadow palette, which you can get from Muse Beauty. If any of you guys came to Beauty Revolution, you probably saw me use this on my Saturday masterclass. Sorry, I'm like so nervous. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going in with my brown eyeshadow. This is this shade over here. And I'm just going to use that as my transition color. Is this sound fine? Guys, this eyeshadow palette, I think all Juvia's eyeshadow palettes are to die for. They are so pigmented. And I'm using my color brush, crease 415 brush, to blend that all out. And you can get this from Discam. And you're just gonna build on the product until you are satisfied with the pigment.
Sound is perfect.
Is that what someone said?
Yeah.
In the comments? Great.
It says dope.
Thanks, guys. And I'm gonna do the exact same. Sorry, I almost dropped my palette. On the other eye. In a normal tutorial, this is where we'd have music in the background. But anyway.
They say we're moving too much.
I really like to take my time when it comes to eyeshadow because I want to make sure that it's well blended and that I'm happy with how it looks, because eyeshadow is not necessarily that thing that you can remove and start over because it will take too long. So now I'm going to go in with this shade over here. It's sort of like a plumish burgundy-ish shade, and I'm also going to work that into the crease as well as focusing it on the outer corners of my eyes. Oh my gosh, I just ruined my eyeshadow palette. guys, here's my tattoo. I got a tattoo on, when did I get it? On Sunday at the Beauty Revolution Fest. There was actually at the Revlon stand, there was a tattoo artist, which was pretty cool. So that's where I got my first tattoo. Quite painful, but I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. The next shadow I'm gonna go in with, ooh, child, what a mess. So now I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade over here, and I'm gonna work this right into the outer corners of my eyes. If you guys can see, I am using the same brush because I'm going darker, so you don't really need to worry about changing brushes at this stage. I'm only gonna swap my brushes when I do my cut crease. I'm doing a very typical gold bronze nude kind of eyeshadow look because I feel like it's easy to recreate, especially for beginners. So I'm just trying to accommodate everyone, and some people may not necessarily be comfortable with wearing color. So since it is a graduation look, I want to make sure that anyone and everyone can recreate the look.
People want to know if they can see the tat.
Oh, okay. Can you see it? Is it showing?
Put it closer. There.
It's a rose, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to cutting the crease. So what I'm gonna be using to cut my crease, I'm gonna be using my MAC Select Cover Up Concealer in the shade NW30. And I find that this is the perfect concealer to use when you're cutting your crease because it's very thick, and it's also, the color is very pigmented, so it just works well for, and also the consistency just allows you to cut your crease because it won't really transfer too easily, so you don't have to worry about rushing as you do your cut crease. What's wrong?
I'm asking if you need to change the brushes for each color.
Not yet. So now I've changed the brush. I'm using a slimmer dome brush, and this is what it looks like, and this is what I'm using to cut my crease. So let me teach you guys a tip which I taught in my masterclass on Saturday. So when you're cutting your crease, you first want to place the product on your lower lid like so. You can actually place quite a lot, and then you're going to look up, and then where the line ends, that's where you know where your cut crease should end, because you want to avoid the shimmery shade of your cut crease transferring onto the upper part of your lid. So now that I've found that line of where my crease should end, I'm now going to start defining it. At this point, you can go in with a slimmer brush if you feel like you don't necessarily have control. What's wrong? And I'm going to be doing a half cut crease, which I've done on my channel before. And if you feel like your concealer is too sharp at the end, you can always just blend that out with your finger. But we're still going to go in and smoke it out with the dark brown we used earlier. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on my right eye on my left eye. Going back in with my Select Cover Up MAC Concealer to cut my other crease.
People want to know, how was the masterclass for you? Were you nervous?
Beauty Revolution.
I was. The first day I was nervous because I felt like everything was really rushed. but because we each had a 45-minute slot and we had 15 minutes to set up in between each makeup artist, which is difficult because people obviously want to take pictures with the makeup artist class they attended. So I found that I had to rush setting up and then rush taking my stuff off the desk and packing up my kit so that the next makeup artist can start with her class. So, but yeah, day 2 was really amazing. Everything ran very smoothly, and I also taught a quicker look. That way I wasn't rushed. But I really enjoyed it. It was honestly such an amazing experience. If you missed it this time around, I'd highly recommend that you attend the next one. What? What are they asking?
Keep asking to see the cameraman.
100 people in the class. Cameraman, show yourself.
Ooh, child. I'm messing up this eye.
When is the next one?
I have no idea. They haven't told us. Okay.
So people are forward.
And you know what, guys, even if your eyes aren't the same, we all have a good and a bad eye. My right eye is much better than my left. Well, I'm better at doing my right eye. Hopefully it won't be too obvious when I show y'all the end product. So I'm just going to move on from here because I could be cutting this crease for the next 3 hours. Now I'm going to go in with a flat brush. This is from Carla. This is the eyeshadow 506 brush, and I'm going to go back into my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to use this gold shade over here. And what I'm going to do before going in with that eyeshadow, actually I think I want to use a different brush. Which brush should I use? Okay, so I'm going to go in with this flat brush. This is a concealer brush. I don't know which brand it's from. It's a no-name brand brush. And I'm just going to wet my brush with some Fix Plus. The reason why I do this is just to make the eyeshadow a little bit more intense. And then I am going to go over my concealer. And at this point you need to be very careful because there's no going back. So take your time with it, dab on the product. Luckily, if you are using a fine brush, you are able to sort of fix whatever mess you made while you were cutting your crease. And look at that. One crease down, one more to go. Do the exact same thing on the opposite eye. Let me just wet my brush again. I wish I could see you guys' comments and respond at the same time. What are people saying, guys?
How are you?
People want to know if you're dating the cameraman.
No, I'm not.
Damn.
Are you guys asking because of what time we're going live? Probably thinking, that one's gonna sleep over after this.
I think they're asking because of the Drake. They're asking me about the Drake thing. If the
Oh,
Drake
yeah, Drake is my cameraman. He flew in all the way from Atlanta. Okay, so These cut creases look a little bit different, but it's good. So now I'm going to go back in with my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to go back in with this dark brown eyeshadow over here. And I'm going to take a slightly smaller blending brush because I really want to focus the shadow on the outer corners and really intensify and smoke it out. And I'm using, this is a NYX brush. It is the Make number 12. And you guys can see this brush is very, very dense. Just gonna work that into the outer corners like so, and blend a little bit of the end bit of the cut crease. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Can you guys see how that's coming together? And now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend between the two shades, because you sort of want to create like a seamless transition, even though it won't necessarily be that seamless because I mean it's from gold to brown, but just the illusion. I love how that's looking. So just to spice up things a bit, actually it's not that much spice, guys, I'm just being dramatic. I'm going to go in with this very bronzy gold shade over here, and I'm actually going to place that between the darker brown on the outer corners and the champagne gold. So I'm first going to dampen the brush that I was using. Should I use the same brush? No, let me grab a different brush just in case I need to go back in with that brush. So I'm going to take a different dome brush. I'm going to damp that up with my setting spray again, and I'm going to go in with the shade that I just showed you guys right over there, just before where the brown meets the champagne gold. I think this will just create a very beautiful gradient effect. I'm really just taking my time with this look because a lot of people complain about how they feel like tutorials go too fast, and I really want you guys to get every single step. So just tell me if I'm being too slow or if I'm like boring you guys. Ooh, that looks really pretty. I love, literally love. So someone asked me why I never do eyeliner. Guys, I don't know. I'm not an eyeliner kind of girl. I don't know if I should do liner.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna be using my Sphinx lashes. You guys, I'm so obsessed with Sphinx eyelashes. Let me just show you the ones that I'm using. I've used these before, but I just cleaned them earlier on. So I'm just gonna use these, and I'm gonna stick these on with my duo adhesive eyelash glue, which is my all-time fave eyelash glue. This one's been through the most, but this is what it looks like. You can get this from MAC and Inglot counters. Should I do eyeliner? Team?
Yeah, well. Do it.
I don't know, guys. I mean, really, should I do eyeliner? And say, you are.
Do the loves want it?
Do the loves want liner?
Zoom in on the eyes.
Loves?
On the eyes.
Kulumani. Kulu. I actually, what? For what? For him to do what?
No, they're saying she's got 1,000 viewers.
Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna prepare my lashes. I just apply some glue on the band. If you feel like your glue is gonna come out too quickly, like it just did, you just apply some on the back of your hand and not risk putting it all on your lashes and messing up your lashes. And then just dip the head of the applicator, I don't know what to call it, of the tube, onto the back of your hand, and then apply some onto your lashes like that, and let them sit for a bit because you want the glue to be tacky by the time you stick them on. Is it possible to save a live stream? I really want to watch this. Hey guys, to save it.
You're recording right now.
But I mean afterwards,
Yeah.
yes.
People want to know when you're gonna upload it again.
Upload this. Is it possible to do that? Okay, it will be up when, team? No pressure, but pressure. Okay, so while I wait for my lashes to get tacky, I'm gonna go in with my primer. Although I'm wearing a little bit of Found, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Natural Radiance primer. And I'm just gonna show you guys where I would prime. So you just wanna prime all over your face. You guys, I need to show you guys this product that I'm obsessed with lately. You guys are gonna die. My fingers are a little bit cold, so I'm just tapping it in because I want the product to be warm. So just to get the blood circulating.
Can we do a giveaway at 2,000
2,000 Rand
streams? A giveaway.
at 2,000 streams. How far are we?
1.1.
Okay. Okay. So now that my primer's on, I can now stick on my lashes. Let me just see which one is the left and which one's the right. There we go. So when I stick on my lashes, because I often get asked, how do you stick on your lashes? Which one is right? Okay, cool. So I hope this is the right side. So I like to, well, I'm supposed to put mascara on first, guys, but I don't want to let them sit for any longer. So I'm just going to stick the center down first. And then you want to stick the outside down. And then you stick the part that's closest to your tear duct last. And you always want to cut your lashes and make sure that they are the right size, because obviously the width of our eyes are different, and if you have smaller eyes you don't want to be sticking the whole band down, because then you risk your lashes being close to your tear duct, and if your eyes water then the glue's going to lift and your lashes come off. That's a mini lash tutorial there. Now we're going to do the exact same on the opposite side. So you first stick down the center, outside, inside. I want to see what people are saying. Do you stick the lashes on top of your own or on the skin? You stick them on the skin. So you stick them on top of your own lashes, but they're not stuck on your actual lashes. They are attached to the skin, but directly on top of your lashes. So they're resting on top of your lashes. Because you want them to look like they are your own lashes, right? Lashes are on, and look at how they transform a look, guys. I mean, do you even need liner when you have lashes? Do you? No, you don't. Well, you sort of do in some cases, but yeah. So now I'm gonna move on to foundation, and the foundation I'm gonna be using today is one of my faves. I just need a wipe just to clean the back of my hand because a lot is going on. What do people say? Oh yes, I'm going to be showing you guys the lashes that I'm dying for. I mean, not the lashes, the product. It's coming. It is coming after foundation. Do not stress. Okay, so let me go in with my foundation. I'm going to be using my... Okay, here's a stippling brush. no name brand. I think I got this when I was still studying makeup. It was part of my kit. Sorry guys, I just like to clean my hands so I don't get any product onto my face. Ooh. What are people saying?
Call it out by the handles.
Which glue did you use? I used the duo adhesive eyelash glue, just so the cameraman's hand. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of my foundation on the back of my hand. I just sort of measure with my eyes how much I think I'll need, and I'm usually right. Ooh, I almost dropped that. Random fact, Mihlali is the clumsiest person alive. So I will do a Q&A at the end of this. If I don't answer all your questions now, guys, don't worry. I'll leave some time for a quick Q&A. So yeah, please stay until the end if you have any questions to ask me. So I'm just blending in my foundation using a stippling brush. And if you don't like the effect a stippling brush has, if you feel like it leaves your foundation looking very streaky, then you're probably using one that's not dense enough. Or you need to go in with your beauty blender. So what I often do is I go in with my stippling brush, blend out my foundation, and then on top of that I'll blend with a beauty blender just to smoothen the foundation. Just want to blend down the neck just in case. Just like so. And then you would grab your beauty blender. This is a Real Techniques beauty blender. This is my favorite beauty blender in the whole entire universe, guys. Just gonna blend, and just that also helps pick up any excess product. So if you feel like maybe you put too much product on, then it'll pick that all up, and it sort of gets rid of any excess oils. I don't know, after applying foundation sometimes I feel like I'm glowing too much. So just going in with the beauty blender sort of helps pick all of that up. Now I'm going to highlight my face. The highlighter I'm using is, the concealer I'm using to highlight is my Eyelash Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm going to mix this with Cool Tan because sometimes I feel like Medium Beige is a little bit too light. And I'm just going to place this on the bridge of my nose like so, center of my forehead, underneath my eyes, sort of drawing a triangle underneath my other eye, part of my cupid's bow, as well as on my chin. Then I'm going to go in with Cool Tan, and I'm just going to work that directly underneath on the outer corners of the previously applied concealer. Don't want to put on too much product because then that's when you get too much creasing. And then I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. And you guys, I just love how well this beauty blender blends. I mean, it doesn't even require that much effort. I'm not fighting with the product. It doesn't take away too much product. It just blends it out so smoothly. Literally love. And you see, everything is just coming together. The importance of highlighting and contouring is just to add some dimension to the face. because naturally our face isn't one color. So if you just use foundation only and you think you're good to go, you're actually really not, because you look 1D, you look flat, there's no color as well on your face. So more than anything, it's just to add dimension, and also just to, you know, if you feel like there are certain areas that you're insecure about, like if you feel like you have an extremely big forehead, you can make it appear smaller with contouring. If you feel like your nose is also a little bit too wide, then you can also do that with highlighting and contouring, and not necessarily, I don't want to say correct, but you can just make it appear smaller or sharper depending on what look you're going for. Good. Now that our highlighter is well blended, I'm now going to go in with a contour, and I'm actually going to be using a cream contour first. The concealer I will be using is over here. So this is the Fit Me Maybelline concealer, and it's in the shade, I think my sticker for the shade peeled off. Oh, it's in the shade number 6, or is this number 9? I think this is number 9. And I'm going to be placing this, I'm going to use very little, you guys, because it's very, very dark and very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I'm going to be placing this on the outside of my forehead, a little bit higher than where I would place my concealer usually, because I just like the effect it has, as well as dab some on either side of the bridge of my nose. And then I'm going to use the other side of my sponge, the untouched side, just to blend that out. What's going on?
The fridge is making a lot of noise.
Really?
Yeah.
So you want to unplug my fridge?
Just complaining about the sound. Just tell them it's big couple mics.
Oh, okay. So they're unplugging my fridge, guys, for whoever was complaining about the sound. So I'm just blending out my contour. And as you can see, I didn't place any product over here, but I am carrying it all the way up and across my forehead. I think the hardest thing about doing makeup since I've been blonde is not getting product on my hair, because as soon as you bring the product too close to your hair, then you have a brown line. It's so difficult to work around, but I think I'm getting better. We are sculpting, darling. Sculpting, sculpting. I'm also going to blend the contour on the ridge of my nose. And then I'm just going to go in with the side that I was using to blend my highlight. If you feel like your contour is a little bit too narrow now and you have a very thin artificial line in the center of your nose, you can just go in with the lighter side just to lighten that area up. And I also like to go back in just above where my contour is. If I feel like I've blended it too high, and just to bring back the highlight in the center of my forehead instead of adding on more product. Let's see what people are saying.
What's going?
What's going has just become mine. What's going on? Awesome. So this is the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Before you set your highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the product of the day. Why can't I see it now? Yeah, again. Oh, here it is. You guys, this product, OM Jizzle. Okay, I am obsessed with this product. This is the Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter from Wet n Wild. They sent this to me last year in December. and I recently started using it religiously because I've never really been a fan of liquid highlighters, because very often I would use them after I've already set my highlighter. I started using it now before I set my highlighter underneath, just above my my highlight, and the glow it gives you, you guys, is insane. So I'm just going to show you guys how I use it. Firstly, the applicator is amazing. It's so convenient. So I'm just going to tap some on where I would usually highlight. Not too much because it's very, very pigmented and a little goes a long way. Let me actually just swatch and show you guys how intense the pigment is. It's like, hello, I want to be seen. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend out the part that's on the bridge of my nose, because I just don't want to overdo it, you know. I want it to be a natural, subtle glow. So don't be afraid to use your fingers. And as you guys can see, I put on a little bit too much there. So now I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. And I'm just going to blend using my beauty blender because this will pick up any excess product. And can you guys see that glow? This product is actually at Clicks. I saw it today when I was buying my toiletries. So if you want to go get your hands on it, girl, get it ASAP. So before I set my concealer, I'm just gonna go back in with the highlighter side of it, and I'm just gonna blend any creases that are under my eyes. And to set my highlighter, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty loose powder, guys. Yeah, it's him, yum. Hi guys, I'm sabotaging. So I'm just going in with this fluffy brush. This brush is actually from Sorbet. It's a 2-end brush. And I'm just gonna set the highlighter under my eyes. This lighting is making my neck look dark though.
More light.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna bake, you guys. I'm just applying some just to set my concealer. If you want to bake, you can. But I feel like this powder is very, very mattifying. So if I do bake, then I end up looking a little bit cakey. And I don't want that. I'm gonna use whatever's left on the brush just to set the center of my forehead, my smile lines, just to prevent any creasing in those areas. And the center of my nose. And then now I'm going to set my contour using a very fluffy powder brush. Do I have one close? So this is a Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to go into my Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape contour palette from MAC, and I'm going to be using this brown over here just to set my contour. I'm not going to put on too much. This is just for the sake of setting that contour and making sure that we are sculpted the entire day, because we are graduating and we're going to be in the sun and we're going to be taking pictures, okay? Look at me. And if you want to, you can also contour your jawline. I don't really usually do that, but just for the sake of showing you guys the options you have. And I'm also going to be setting my nose contour, even though I feel like it's a little bit dark already. I don't want to go in with too much product, just a little bit. There we go. So now I'm going to go back into the eyes because we're almost done with the face. I'm going to go back into my Juvia's Place palette. Actually, before doing that, I want to first line my waterliner. I'm using my Inglot number 77 gel liner. And I'm going to go in with a very, 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 very fine brush because I don't want to overdo the product or put on too much. So let me find a fine brush. So this is the Crown Pro C527 brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my gel liner onto my waterline, and then I'm going to smoke it out using a dark brown instead of a black eyeshadow. Kuvela nevaseline kule live stream. Nabakhe basponsorishe ke mntakabawo. Product placement. So I'm going to place the liner like that. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. It's very important that you use a fine brush for this, you guys. A small brush, sorry. Take breaks in between if you have very sensitive eyes and if you struggle with applying liner. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go back into my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm gonna use a dark brown that we used on the outer corners just to smoke out my lower lash line. And I'm looking for another small brush, but one that's slightly fluffy and a little bit dense. Perfect, there we go. So I'm gonna go in with this Real Techniques brush. This is the shading brush, and I'm just gonna dip that into the brown, tap off any excess product, and blend the liner like so, focusing that directly onto the lash line. I'm really excited about this look. I think it's gonna come out looking very nice. I don't remember when was the last time I did a look like this actually. If you want your makeup to be very intense, you can always smoke this out using a black shadow. But I'm trying to be glam, but not too much, because obviously you'd wear this look during the day. I don't know if people graduate at night, do they? Perfecto. I think that's well blended. And if you feel like maybe you've blended too low, because you want to be aware of the fact that if you blend too low, you're going to look like you got beat up. So you can always just go in with a clean brush just to clean up that area, or the same brush that you were using to set your powder. But I think I placed it pretty well, so I'm not going to do that. So now I am going to move on to mascara. I'm going to be using my Bionic Defense Color 3D mascara. I've really been enjoying this mascara lately. The applicator is amazing, you guys. If you have small lashes, this might be an issue for you because you could easily smudge. But I really love how, literally how 3D it is and how well it packs the product onto your lashes. I like very dramatic lashes, so I don't mind my mascara being very, very extra. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other eye. What do people say? Now the nice thing is when you're wearing a little bit of black on your lower lash line, even if you smudge your mascara, you can get away with it. So now I'm going to put mascara on my upper lashes. I would recommend that you put mascara on before you stick your lashes on, because now I'm going to get mascara on my lashes, meaning extra cleaning for me when I remove them. But that's just a tip. Not going to put on too much. I'm just doing this for the sake of blending my natural lashes with the falsies. Try not to get too much product onto your artificial lashes. Focus it on your natural lashes. As you guys can see, I'm not running the wand all the way up the lashes. Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight my inner corners using my Hype Real Glow MAC palette, and I'm going to be using this very light shade over here, and I'm going to go in with a small fluffy brush. This is my Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease brush, and I'm just going to be packing that product onto the inner corners of my eye like so, just to bring in some extra glow. And now we're gonna move on to blush. I feel like we're moving really quickly. Are we? Are we? How long have we been live for?
52 minutes.
52 minutes. You are making okay, I have another one. Okay, so I'm gonna be going in with my MAC blush in the shade Format Frost. I've been absolutely loving this blush, you guys. It just gives me like that beautiful warm yet bronzy, and it also has a little bit of shimmer in it, so it's not matte, so it really works well for someone who wants to go for like that bronzy glow, but also add a little bit of warmth to your face. Ooh. Not gonna put on too much, but do I ever not put on too much of anything? And now to highlight my face, I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow highlighter. This is my absolute fave highlighter. You guys know this, like all-time fave. I'm going to be using a smaller brush. This is my Zoeva, what brush is this? It's so old. The letters are peeling off. 227 to highlight the bridge of my nose, just over where I already highlighted earlier. And I'm just going to blend that out with my ring finger, just to make sure that the highlight is not too much. Go back in with the same brush without dipping it into the product. And I'm also going to highlight my brow bone, very, very important. This just ties together the look. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to highlight my face using a fan brush. This is my favorite fan brush, you guys. It's from Carla, which is available at Discam. It's a brush brand. And this is the Fan 305 brush. Very affordable and very effective. Just going to place my highlighter on my cheekbones like so. And I'm going to place some on my cupid's bow. Just dust on a little bit as well as on my chin. And then, what else do I need to do? Am I done? Ooh, what else do I need to do? I think I'm done. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to lips. And on my lips, I'm going to be using 3 lippies. I'm gonna be using my NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Cabaret Show. Actually, I think I wanna line my lips with Chestnut. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut. And I'm gonna be lining the outer part of my lip. And then I'm going to go in with my lip lingerie in the shade Baby Doll, which is like a very soft pink. And I'm just going to gradually apply and blend. And this is how I blend it, by pressing my lips together. Apply and blend. Work it over any harsh brown areas like so. And then if you want to gloss up the lip, I would leave it like this because I don't feel like it's too much. You could either, actually, if you feel like this is too light, you could go over with some Cabaret Show, which is also a NYX Lip Lingerie. And you could just place this just a little bit on the outer parts like so. Like that, if you feel like the Baby Doll is too light. I actually really like how that looks. Or you could go over with a gloss. I really like this Infinite Shine lip gloss from Catrice. This is in the shade, where is the shade? Oh, Lost in the Rose Woods. I'm just going to swatch it for you guys. I don't think I want to apply a gloss, to be quite honest, because I feel like all my looks lately have gloss. But this is what the gloss looks like. It's a very soft pink gloss. So if you want to go over with a gloss, then you definitely can. Do you guys think I should go over with a gloss? Let me know. Should I? I like how this looks actually. And also I like the fact that matte lips last longer, and if you are going to be graduating, you probably don't want to be worrying about touching up your lips. So a matte lip could probably be a win for the occasion. Now that I'm done with all of that, I'm going to set my face using my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. And there you have it. Some graduation glam. How do you guys like it? Let me know. Are you guys looking forward to your graduation? Has this look inspired you in any way? Those of you who are graduating, even if you're graduating next year, guys, you could still no gloss. Okay, cool. So does anyone have any questions for me before I go? Just want to blend out the part.
Really like the video? I don't know.
Can you like the video? Oh, you can. Oh, guys, please like the video. Please like the live stream.
What foundation did you use?
I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade FW1 Bronze. Should have played music.
If you're dry skin, which affordable foundation do you recommend?
What affordable foundation would I recommend?
For dry skin.
For dry skin, get a foundation stick. Try the Revlon Infallible foundation stick. I actually have one right here. Foundation sticks are very good for people with dry skin. because the formula is quite creamy and I don't want to say oily. Well, it looks oily on someone with oily skin, but it's also, it has like, it will give you that glow basically. So this would be perfect for someone with dry skin and if you're looking for an affordable product.
Dry, Oyama says dry or wet brush. Oyama.
Dry or wet brush?
Oyama.
For what? For eyeshadow? I don't know. Ooh, so many questions, guys. You're overwhelmed. Do you find it difficult to put on lashes? What would you recommend? I mean, it was difficult when I first started wearing makeup, but with practice you do perfect your skill of applying lashes and you do master it. So it is getting easier. I still have my off days though, where my eyes are extremely sensitive and they're watering, which affects the glue. So I have my days, but I really don't struggle with applying lashes anymore. No wig. I mean, if you want to wear a wig to your grad, guys, you can, but I'm not gonna put on a wig right now. I'm not really going anywhere. I just live streamed for you guys. Does my hair look that bad that you guys are asking me about a wig?
No, they're asking about your highlighter.
Oh, the highlighter. I'd recommend affordable one.
No, the liquid one.
Oh yes, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Liquid Highlighter. This is what it looks like.
Oh, perfect. People want to know where they get the blender.
Beauty blender, the Real Technique beauty blender you can get from Foschini, right? You can also get it from Clicks. I usually buy mine from Clicks. Selected Click stores though, but you should find them at Clicks.
What shade highlighter for the Wet n Wild?
Oh, the Illuminator. I used it in the shade Goddess Glow, but there are other shades. So if you're lighter than me, you can get a slightly lighter one. If you are darker than me, there is a bronzier one, but this is Goddess Glow.
Do you apply lashes above or below your real lashes?
Above. I mean, you can. There are certain people who apply them below, but I have personally never tried that and my eyes are too sensitive to try that. I prefer applying them above. I don't want any product that's going to be too close to my eye and something that's going to stick there and it will probably irritate me throughout the day. Mm-hmm. What brand are the lashes? The lashes are Sphinx Beauty. Let me just show you guys the packaging. You can order these online from their Instagram page. They are South African based, so the delivery won't take too long. They also do have natural ones if you prefer natural lashes, and they have extremely dramatic ones if you want drama. Would you have eyelash installations? I personally don't like individual lashes, you guys. I find it very difficult to work with them, especially because I'm someone who wears makeup and I want to have space and freedom to move around when I'm blending my eyeshadow. And also when I remove my makeup, I feel like they're in the way and they don't last long for me personally. So I really prefer sticking on strip lashes when I am wearing makeup rather than getting mink. I mean, what is it? Individual lashes.
Can I get a list of everything you used?
I don't know how to do that. Where would we put the list?
We'll do it in the final video.
Yeah, we'll include the list in the final video, guys.
Do you use banana powder?
I use the Fenty Beauty banana powder, but I don't use banana powder. I did use it in the past, but I just found that it was irritating because I had to order it online every single time I needed it. I mean, this is the same thing really as well. So when this runs out, I'll probably go back to using my Laura Mercier because I can get that in Santon. I like convenience. I like being able to just pick up my product instead of ordering it online. But for this video, I did use the Fenty Beauty loose powder banana powder. The lid is so dirty. Sorry, guys.
What do you use to clean your blenders?
I use soap, a bar of soap, hand soap, shower gel, any soap really. And I tried the whole microwave thing before I filmed this video and it didn't work. So I just use soap and warm water. Just keep on reapplying the soap. What is this? What is this in English?
Sponge.
Yeah, no, but I mean this hand gesture. To camera, you just keep on cameraing it under the tap, and then you keep on applying the soap, and you camera again. I know it sounds wrong in English, but like
Many people are asking about the giveaway. What's happening?
I'm gonna announce the winners in my next video. I can't announce it in the live because not everyone got to watch the live, so it will be unfair of me to announce the winners now. But I've already selected the winners, and I will be doing that soon.
Soft palette and perfume.
Oh, those are the products I'm giving away. Primer. Everyone's asking about. Yeah, go to Balang capital letters. Everyone's asking about primer. I use the MAC Natural Radiance primer.
Lip liner.
Lip liner. I didn't use lip liner. Oh, I did. I'm lying. I use the MAC Chestnut lip liner. Sorry, I'm not used to using lip liner. I don't always use it, so that's why I forgot. But yeah, this is the lip liner I use. It's from MAC and it's in the shade Chestnut. It's just a brown lip liner. You can use any lip liner really that is brown, like a warm brown shade though. What else? Which brand do you recommend? People want to see my... Let me just clean my hands, guys. My hands are filthy. Someone's asking about... Have you ever put on makeup without lashes? I have put on makeup without lashes. When I'm doing a very, very, very natural makeup look, then I don't wear lashes, especially if I don't have the time. But I really don't like how makeup looks without lashes. For me, it just looks a little bit naked. So I prefer to wear lashes when I am wearing makeup. Mihlali, your eyebrows, where do you get them done? I actually used to groom my eyebrows at Sorbet, but I don't groom them anymore because I've basically mastered filling them in even though they're not groomed. And if you guys want to know which products I used to fill in my brows, I used a MAC brow gel, which is tinted. It's a dark brown. My Essence brow setting gel, as well as concealer. I've just been using brow gels lately because I really prefer the natural brow look, and if I feel like there are any gaps, then I do go in with my Essence eyebrow stylist kit to fill in the gaps, the darker brown of course. And this is my tattoo for those who want to see it. It's not even interesting, guys, it's just a rose.
Someone said you're so neat.
I'm so neat. Oh, thank you.
Can you read from there?
Yeah, I can, but I'm like squinting. Looking a little bit oily.
Is the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette worth buying?
I haven't tried it, if I must be extremely honest.
And the second time someone's asked, which makeup school did you go to?
I went to Lyself. It's not a makeup school, but they do have a makeup course there. Yo, this lash is irritating my eye. Should we end the live, guys? When are we getting a try on haul? Soon. Someone's asking, where do you get the Juvia's Place palette? You can get the Juvia's Place palette from Muse Beauty SA on Instagram. They do stock authentic makeup brands, so you can get your Huda Beauty, your Juvia's Place, Icon, and a whole lot of other brands, guys. Just check them out. They even have a website where you can shop online, so you don't have to worry about DMing them or emailing them to order your product. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my live. This is the first time. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Hopefully I'll be doing more in future. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Stay tuned on my channel to find out who won the giveaways. I will be uploading a video very soon. Probably on Friday, I'll be uploading a video. I want to upload an eyelash tutorial because I want to start an eye series. So please do look out for that. I really hope you guys did enjoy this live. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys next time. We did